Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your DM, Aaron Raphael Amin, who is currently needing a limitless supply of chapstick and will be doing my best not to provide our viewers and our editors a limitless supply of lip smacking. We have here the boys, the woman. Boys is gender neutral. I spell it with an I. You're not stopping me. We got Riley.
Yo.
We got JC. And we got Mr. Ibrahim back here looking good. Doing some things. Happy Ramadan, everyone. If anyone is enjoying that, we have a supporter over here. So just a heads up, we're going to be taking a break later in the stream for prayer and things. So just a heads up. As always, check out our QR code. It has all our socials. It has all our links. It has really everything you need to get involved with us and our friends. You can check out Mates of Fate. They're actually playing right now. So if you got two Twitches you can pull up, if you want to do separate tabs and check out their show at the same time. If they end before us, they're going to come hang out. If we end before them, we're going to take you guys to go hang out. So all happy, all good. Check out our homies at Beyond the Review podcast. They definitely have a lot to say about our favorite films and everything that's coming out. And with the D&D movie coming up, I expect there to be a special coming. Not so sure, but be excited. And I'm sure we're all excited for that. So enjoy your weekends, everyone. And I think with that, we've talked about everything. We got a little special one shot coming up, so keep an eye out for that. We'll definitely promote that a lot harder than our other stuff since it's special and on limited supply. And without further ado, I'm going to find the music for our boy Airsid because he wants to do our recap today.
Did you find the music?
Oh, no, can you?
Because I can never hear the music, so I don't know.
Oh, no, I forget. I still need to.
I cannot believe you're just raw dogging this whole thing.
It's crazy.
Truly, just so impressive, honestly.
Because I listened to that one episode with the no music, and I was like, this is weird.
I know. Just to have to play.
Yeah, with no music, so crazy to me.
You get so used to it, and especially with like all the cues and like emotional and just like attachments that we have to these songs now.
Yeah.
We're having two different experiences. Like,
Yeah.
you guys are building attachments to the soundtrack, like we did, like when we watched the Naruto soundtrack. You know, like,
Yeah,
but I don't have that. Like, I listen to the episode every once in a while, and I'm just like, oh, this music is nice.
Oh,
You know?
man.
yeah, that's so rough.
Well, I'm glad you check them out. Well, I have found the music, so feel free to get started on your own terms.
Okay. So it was a new day for the lot of us, and Ersid woke up and was quite relieved actually that we hadn't had any near-death experiences as of late. So we decided to check out the festival, and we went for a bit of shopping. We quickly realized that even though we felt very rich at the time and we're doing very well, there's still a lot of things out there that are very much outside of our price range. Unfortunately, Nerissa could not get her hands on a beautiful, what's it called, a stave?
A glaive.
Glaive. Ersid, on the other hand, did manage to collect some magical arrows, and I feel like he got something else. It didn't matter. Anyway, we got some gear, and went back, and we were trying to decide what to do with our time. And as it was getting closer to the evening, Ersid recalled the snakes that he has around his neck in that necklace. Now I forget the name of the actual thing, but you all know what I'm talking about. And and he summoned them again, but then didn't know what to do with them, and so there were some fighting about what to do at the time, and should we just wait for the queen? And eventually, Kane had the bright idea that we go. It was aided by Ersid, I'll give him that. But Kane had the idea that we should go to visit the cathedral. Is it cathedral?
It's the palace.
The palace?
The palace. And search for that glimmer of blue shiny orb that Ersid thought he saw out of the corner of his eye the other day. And they had concocted a cockamamie plan to go invisible and drink a potion of climbing and use Kane's bird to go inspect. But believe you me, it was all cut very short when we got there, and as soon as Kane used his invisibility spell, there must have been some sort of detect magic, because all of the Nightbringers, watch guards, the Night Watchers, were alerted to something in the air, and we were quickly captured. We decided it would be better to just turn ourselves in lest we get into more trouble. And so shortly thereafter, we found ourselves in the stocks, in the dungeon that is the Nightbringer's office, and word got back to Nerissa through an unsuspecting aide in Val, and she played the angry mother so perfectly and stormed up to the palace looking for Salo to see if they could somehow get us out of there.
My son.
Turned out, Nightbringer came down and interrogated us, and though we were stricken by fear, Kane somehow summoned the composure to deliver one of the best lies in his life
Jesus.
and got us out of a sticky situation, and we got out of there with our necks still attached. Then we got pulled off back to the Giant's Rest. We got pulled by our ears as Nerissa dragged us back, and from there we rested, and in the morning, there was a lot that happened last time, Jesus. in the morning we went and we visited with none other than the Queen. And we had a very deep and philosophical question about right and wrong and retaliation and how to avoid war and diplomacy over antagonization. And it was settled that the Queen would be willing to hear out the speaker's perspective, if only we could get the speaker to meet with the Queen. And so now that burden lies on our shoulders.
And as you step out of the throne room and find yourselves in the halls of the Othian Palace, Salo turns to all of you. Honestly, I think that went well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
I agree,
alive.
actually.
You expected to leave the throne room. Well, it sounds like you didn't expect to leave the throne room.
I'm an arcanist.
I told
Maybe
you.
in two separate bags.
Right.
I did say I would do my best to get you an audience with the Queen. I have vouched for you all. And you're here now because of the blessing of the Etir. And you see Glada, the large Goliath man, he just kind of looks over and gives a solid, So,
You know what, Salo? You did say that you'd get us an audience with the Queen, and you followed through with that. And for that, I hate you a little less.
and he smiles and claps you on the back.
Do you hear that?
He's like, progress, dear friend, progress. Soon, you might even be able to simply stand my presence. Well, I will leave you to yourselves. If there's any way I can help usher in the Speaker of Dragons, let me know as a last resort, yes?
Sure.
And he
I'm gonna catch up to him. Don't. Punch you in the face.
Not gonna say anything.
Okay.
You can't punch Kane for something that Riley said.
Kane does the same thing.
Yeah,
Rolls his eyes.
he's doing the same thing. He's like, I know it might be tempting. Don't get arrested while I'm gone. Okay.
Oh,
Cool.
And Sallow kind of like, he's just kind of waiting for you. He's a little ways away. Where are we? What is it that you need?
All dressed up, nowhere to go. Should we walk?
Yes. I can show you much of the Cloud District here.
Sure.
I was not ready to have to entertain anyone.
Sallow or is that Aaron?
And
there is somewhat of a purpose. I should thank you. What you said back there is true. Without your help, I don't know if this would have been possible. At least it would have been significantly more difficult. But now we have a chance to, maybe, hopefully, with any luck, solve this problem without war. Maybe that's not possible, but at least we can say we tried. And you decided to trust us and believe in us.
And as you walk and talk, he's taking you through wings of the palace that are foreign to you. You end up in a location, large, wide-spreading hall, about 20 to 30 feet wide, and on your, we'll say, north side, you see that instead of windows, pillars are holding up empty spaces between the floor and the ceiling, and you get a perfect glimpse of these statues that sit outside the castle. You look out towards the rest of Weisgard, and you can even see over the wall towards the mountains that house Molitushu and the elves as you look over the silver peaks. I'm not so sure you should put all your faith in me. You seem to have set up a good relationship with the King of Burnwell. That may go further than my purview, if we're being entirely honest.
Of course. I don't not recognize that. I just am thanking you for what you have done, for trusting us and for listening and not just hearing me when I speak. It is commendable. You really did keep all of your promises. You've shown me that you can.
A man is nothing but his word, is he not?
Plenty of people aren't like that. And I think more people should be like you.
Normally, this very moment, I'm hearing that in Acid's voice in a very patronizing and condescending way. Which is how I generally...
That's so funny because I'm squinting my eyes.
And so I must say it is a breath of fresh air that you actually mean those words.
My friends may not have a very high opinion of you. But I do. And maybe my opinion is the only one that matters here.
At this very moment, I would say so, and I'd say my opinion of you is higher than you would expect.
She kind of like cocks her head. Not the look. Meaning?
I'm sorry, you want me to explain that? That should have been...
I'm sorry. I'm from Snake Island.
I elbow.
I don't. Yeah, no. I'm sorry. You need to be more straightforward.
I elbow Kane and I and I point to my head.
Watching this.
Yeah, you guys aren't even there.
I figured that we were just like walking behind them.
You're following them? I did
Oh
not.
no?
I did not think you guys were doing that, but
Oh, okay.
I'm not
Well,
stopping you.
That's fair.
Not stop.
I figured that like what I don't know what we would be doing. They just went off on a walk. Like we just like we have something to do.
We're just
after
standing
they...
in the palace.
Yeah, you guys are chilling with Glada, who's just standing there stoically as you two are just like you watch them walk off, and you can see, especially you, Ersid, that Glada sort of like side eyes them, but he doesn't really move from his position or anything. He's just kind of there with you guys. Not
Okay.
like a side eye, like, what's going on? Just like he's not moving his body to look at you.
Okay.
So is there
Well, then,
something you wanted to do
never
in this
mind.
moment? Okay.
Never
Nope.
mind.
Okay, I'm not stopping you guys from following, but it sounds like we're...
to, I guess you could.
Just let them have their little date.
Yeah. So I lean over to Kane and I'm like, "What do you think that's about?"
He has a crush on her.
He has a crush on her? I thought it was the other way around.
Well, it is, but it's both ways. But then both of them won't say it to each other. But they are saying it to each other, I'm assuming. I don't know.
Ah, young love.
What do you think about it, Glob? What's your name?
Did you really just... And he's just looking straight, like down the palace steps, down the hallway. Glada.
Glada. Sorry,
Jesus Christ.
I'm bad with names.
Glad.
No response.
So,
And it's not like he's
Glada,
ignoring you. He's just
Just doesn't say anything.
yeah.
Okay.
hypothetically, and this is totally hypothetically, would your opinion be if a snake person and a not snake person had intimate relations?
I'm gonna need you to roll persuasion.
Ixnay on the
Almost.
Ixnay.
Hell. With the flames, what the hell?
Persuasion or deception, but I think deception here because is this hypothetical? Is this entirely hypothetical?
Yes.
Yeah, but I'm trying to convince him of a hypothetical.
Can I help? I have.
What do you say to help?
Totally hypothetical.
Yeah, because we saw a play one time, and we happened to see a snake, a girl who got turned into a snake, but she fell in love with a man, and the only way for her to not be a snake anymore was to be kissed by said man. So, what would you think if something like that happened in real life?
Roll deception
pretty
with
good.
advantage. I think
Okay.
that's good. I mean, yeah, I did say deception. I keep thinking I'm saying other words that I'm not.
I can't be stopped. I can't be stopped. Someone stop me.
A crit
I'm on
20?
fire. Crit, nat 20.
Thank God.
What is your total?
20.
Wow. Wow.
Screaming, crying, and throwing up.
Let me see what homeboys. Okay. He raises an eyebrow. What would I think of this? I would think spaces closing between those who do not understand one another is a beautiful world and one we should work closer for.
He's in for it.
Wow.
He thinks it's cool.
Wow.
Wow. Well said, Glodder. Well said.
You're alright, Claudia.
And he just kind of stands there, and you hear a soft, back to the
Please.
balcony as
That's all happening. You're almost outing me.
and you're out on the balcony, and you can kind of see like sort of like nuns and everyone. They wave the sallow, they walk their hands in between their sleeves, sort of cleaning up the places, and Sallow kind of like nods at one of them, and she bows. He looks at you. If I am to be more straightforward, I would think that normally someone like you, I would kill on sight.
She shrugs.
So the fact that we are here spending time, no weapons. Oh well, I am a weapon myself, but anyway. No weapons, no hostility. You are more than a proven warrior, Narissa. And in that silence, you see one of the nuns sort of come up, and he turns around and grabs a bouquet of the palace's closest flowers. Very well done, put together, and he hands them to you. There's a green ribbon wrapped around it. No Voss, but you can have these.
I don't have anything to give you.
I don't think gifts should be given with an expectation for one to be received.
Then, thank you.
So, are we even?
For now.
So, how much time do you have on your hands? Is the balcony where this ends, or shall we take a night out and enjoy the festival?
My friends tried to get arrested last night. I haven't had any fun yet. So,
Well then, someone from Snake Island most likely does not do much besides hunt or forage for fun.
we do nothing for fun. Nothing.
So, now that you know what fun is, how do I attempt to make your dreams come true here?
I've found that plenty of things are fun when you're used to nothing but pain. So, not the blink. I'm sure anything you could come up with, I would be happy with.
Well, then meet me, let's say, sundown. Yes? I'll give you and your friends time to discuss things, unless you would prefer to be locked in the Giant's Rest at night.
No. Where about?
Meet me at the Starlight Arcade. How about that?
Okay.
And he smiles. And he sort of like just walks to the edge of the balcony. Are you leaving?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you guys trying to do anything else with Glada? Are you guys trying to go anywhere else?
I go up and I try and, before I leave, I try and dap him up.
It's like hanging hand.
Oh, his arms are like folded, and so you go and you like slap him in the arm and like punch him in the belly, and he's just kind of look at you and like, mind you, this man is rock solid, like untouchable. And he just sort of looks down at you. I am unfamiliar with these customs.
Oh, it's well, I picked it up along my travels, and it's a sign of respect. So you go like this, and then I show him.
Let me see. And you show him. He never unfolds his arms, and when you're done with your explanation or example,
What a guy. Says little,
right.
but when he says something, it means a lot.
And he stands there, and you see him raise his eyebrow again, and you look down the hallway, and you see, lo and behold, the Nightbringer.
Good God.
Great.
Glada. Kane. Acid. Good to see you.
Likewise.
No, I don't believe that coming from you, sir. Well,
Wait, you're not gonna let me roll deception for that?
He said, I simply don't believe you.
you can roll whatever you want. I don't think it's gonna change his mind.
I got a 6.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome. And he chuckles and it reverberates under his helm. I am to be updated of your speakings with my queen. So, if you will excuse me, I will tend to you all later.
You're excused.
Thank you.
You're
And he does like a slight bow. You two do your best not to find yourselves in my dungeon again. As he steps past you.
Wouldn't dream of it.
You have awakened something inside the Nightbringer. I would tread carefully. And Glara follows him back into the Queen's throne room. And at that moment, you convene with Narissa. Narissa, you kind of see these happenings pass by as you come back to your friends.
Don't give me the eyes.
I'm not.
No, I like this plan, Narissa. Yeah, you're deep undercover. I get it.
4?
Nah. Never breaking character. I love it.
Okay. So, what was that all about?
Or just
We were just having a civil conversation with the Nightbringer and Glob. Globber.
I think it's
Glada.
Clara.
With an R?
Yeah. Clara.
well, in any case, you know who we're talking about.
Yeah, we were just talking to them nonchalant about nothing. What about you? What were you talking about?
Things.
Those are some nice flowers.
Yeah.
Who got you those?
Who do you
Yeah,
think?
the only person who could have. Well, good for you. You know? Good for you.
So,
Thanks.
are the UNT... I thought that you reproduced asexually.
What? No, but what? No. Like I told Lyra, there's multiple ways. But what does this have to do with anything?
Well, I suppose it doesn't really have anything to do with anything, but say, hypothetically, if a snake girl and a snake man, and a non-snake man were to lay in the same bed together, what would the offspring look like?
Is that genetically possible?
For which snake? Snake
No,
human.
no.
No, snake
Snake
human.
human.
They always come out Yuan-Ti.
Oh, so you've heard tell of something like this happening?
Well, like I said, there's multiple ways that Yuan-Ti are created. Sometimes they are made through rituals and blood magic and sacrifices, and other times they are, either
Created through love.
no, never,
An affection
never.
born straight from a mother's loving belly, such as a Yuan-Ti,
Well-
who are very well versed in love, I've heard.
Where did you hear that?
Yeah, I was just being an ass, really. Anyhow,
Alright. Keep your secrets then.
I thought I was pretty straightforward, but
yeah,
So,
yeah,
what's the move?
that's a great question. Well, perhaps leaving the palace would be move one.
the
Yeah,
first
let's
thing-
walk and talk.
Yeah.
Let's walk and talk.
Thanks for the update. As you step outside, you can see that the like Heaven's balcony and Heaven's stairs, very, very lightly populated. You hear a almost distant murmur of voices and cheers as the world around you or below you, I would more say, is alive with celebration. But right now, you exist in a realm of quiet and solace.
So, perhaps you should contact, what's his face through the book and see if the speaker is still there.
Sankali.
Yeah.
Now, I was thinking something similar. However, how do you think that Sankali is going to feel about, like, what do I say to him? Do I reveal the plan that we have with the queen? If I don't, what do I say to not draw attention and suspicion?
I don't think telling Sankali is smart.
I would agree.
Because I know, personally, the speaker told me that he doesn't even align with what Sankali believes in. They're like at odds.
Yeah, and I assume Sankali, being the fact that he is, that he will not agree to a peaceful meeting. Just a hunch.
Yeah, not him.
Right.
But the speaker might. You have to find a way to contact him, and then
I have to
if
find a way to
he's-
get him here.
him here, which is more difficult.
Well, perhaps the speaker can be flown in by our friend Konua.
Kanawa.
Maybe.
How long of a travel was it?
From the moor to, I think, like 4 days. It was pretty close because to you,
By
Wyndham is
walking.
2 days. Yeah, so walking 4 days.
Yeah, that would be faster. Even if he flew outside and then walked in the rest of the way, that would cut down his
Oh
time.
yeah.
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 Depending on when you're trying to get him here, I believe it's the 24th. So you guys got 6 days before the cloud course.
We
We need to find him like immediately.
right, but we also need to get somebody from the Arcanist to speak.
Oh,
Are we trying to get everybody involved in this
peace
peace
accord?
treaty meeting?
Do you have a way to contact someone from the Arcanists?
No.
Who was even there that was nice?
Prior.
Prior, that's right. I just couldn't remember their name.
You know, it might actually be worth talking to the king about this. Maybe he knows someone who can send the message,
Yeah.
faster than we can.
But I believe Prior also just went back to that town that we met him in.
Wyndham?
Yeah. I think he went back there. I don't remember what.
No,
he
they
said.
left for Phoenix Rest. That was the direction they were going off in. But
Oh.
they are Arcanists, and we've seen that some of them can teleport, so maybe something like that is possible?
Yeah.
Let's get back and see if. Well, actually, where is King Eltar?
He's staying at the
He's
palace.
at the palace. How do we turn around? Go back.
Knock on the
Yes.
big fucking palace.
Gigantic door. Hey, we forgot something.
And as you approach the doors, they open and Yuri is there. How can I help you three?
We would like to speak with King Iltar.
King Iltar, if you head towards the throne and to your left, you will see the Hall of the Seas, which embraces humanity, which Madrigal stands for. So, you should find him there in his quarters. I can take you if you would like.
Oh no, that's all right.
Understood, Master King.
Directions are good.
God damn.
Stopped him in his tracks.
Is this just what the Aetir do? They just seduce all of my players?
No.
Stop making him so hot, maybe.
Look, man, I didn't know he had like a master kink, okay? I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh, that's just right up Kane's alley to have someone call him master.
Are you sure he liked being in the handcuffs?
He's
I did
a
not
switch.
like to be in the handcuffs. I was drained of all my power.
To me.
I am seeing this is like one of those reality shows like cutouts, and it's just like Kane selling right. He's like, I didn't like that. I wasn't about it. Anyway, they give you a soft bow and they sort of like motion you inside the palace.
Walking.
Okay.
King Iltar.
And you find a few of the rooms, and there's only one door that's closed. You instantly assume that this would belong to the king, and you knock on the door. Yes, I did not call. How can I help you?
Do you know anybody who could get a message
Kane.
to somebody?
That's so funny.
And they open the door, and you see Iltar, and he's like just in like a very nice robe, very dressed down. His hair's kind of crazy. His beard's a little unkempt, and he looks at you. You need someone to send for something.
Well, send a magical message of some sort, possibly. Long distance.
A long distance sending. And what makes you think I have the power to do something like this?
You're a king.
Well, we just thought that you'd know people in high places and
Can you
talented
see his
people.
muscles presently?
You can see his chest. He's a fit man.
You know who I envision when we are talking to King Iltar?
Huh?
King Vegeta.
Oh, yeah.
Vegeta's dad.
I see it too.
Of the proud Saiyan race. Oh, that's funny. I could see that. It's close. It's close. And he kind of strokes through his beard. Well, lucky for you, I have brought my one and only Rutherford. And Rutherford and his old self kind of like stumbles out of the way. I heard my name, master.
He's just in there.
He is. And like he opens the door and you see a very large room, very ostentatious, very luxurious, coated in all sorts of like wines and burgundies and golds, sort of reminiscent of Burnwell. They took care to make him feel comfortable. And it looks like from your perspective that there are actually a couple of segments beyond this like sort of foyer. And so he comes out. Rutherford, I'm in need of your services. You do have the magic to contact someone. Well, yes. My king, those who I have known and met, I have the power to, send.
Right. Have you met the speaker, Rutherford?
The closest I've come to meeting the speaker was his speech that accosted the town, or the kingdom.
Right. Is that close enough?
Excuse me, you're trying to...
Contact the speaker.
And he looks up towards Iltar, and Iltar looks at you guys.
Oh, fuck me.
So here's the thing, Your Majesty. Remember we were all, sitting in the Giant's Rest, and we were talking about peace and diplomacy is better than war and suffering. Well, during our meeting with
But
the
we all
Queen,
agreed.
right? Yeah, I think we can all agree on that. And I look around the room, and I'm like, there's only.
So you're attempting to establish peace by inviting the speaker to Weisgard.
Upon the Queen's request. That's correct.
All true.
Well, Rutherford, how far do your abilities extend. And I'm gonna roll for this. I am sorry, sir. I do not believe just seeing one or hearing of one individual is powerful enough for me to contact.
Great.
Was there anyone else who was close to? I guess I'll say it in game. Is there anyone else who might have been close to or close with the speaker that you know?
Are you-
Messengers.
Yeah, but I don't think that Rutherford knows any of them.
No.
Well, I was asking Rutherford.
Oh, I do not do many dealings with the messengers. My main abode is the castle of Burnwell.
Also, should we also try and get those fucking dudes that Phil's acquainted with to this meeting?
Ugh. Should we?
I mean,
What dudes?
The finest.
Ered's finest.
Oh my god!
I know.
Can we all just band together and go kill them?
Well, we're not allowed to just genocide one group of people that
Yeah,
we don't
we
like
really
and
should
say
do
that
that.
genocide isn't okay.
That's not right.
Either we're on board for genocide or we're not.
Yeah, we can't do both.
Quite respectable, Master King.
Fuck off.
What are you doing?
Very respectable choice.
I mean, Rutherford would say that. And Iltar is just. I do not believe that Arid would be close enough at this point in time to even be invited to the Cloud Chorus, let alone some sort of meeting with the Queen.
And they don't really have strong magic enough to get here fast.
Yeah, right. They hate magic.
Yeah, so they wouldn't use it. I think the only one, unless there's a way for you to be able to cast that spell that he knows,
Unfortunately, I do not know it.
then it seems we're a bit out of luck, and the only one we can really contact is the speaker.
I know how to make a tiny hut, though.
It's been helpful.
Tiny Hut or Sending, these are your 2 level 3 options.
Yeah.
Third level
Kinda.
options.
Yeah. 6 days. That's all we have.
Only there was a way that we could just teleport to the moor. And then we could just check and see if he's there.
If only.
Truly. Well, if you can't do it, that's fine. We'll just have to figure out another way to contact the speaker.
Well, we could send them a raven.
Yeah,
They're
we
only
could.
4
It's not-
days.
It's not that far out.
Well, and it
right?
should be faster. It should be faster if it's a raven.
Right.
They would be a lot faster. I would say they could cut it down to 2 days.
The only thing I would say is if we send the raven, we don't know who's receiving it. Sure, raven,
Yeah.
fly yourself over to the Moor of Dead Men where there's a bunch of UNT and dragons and evil.
Yeah. Yeah, and we know that who's watching.
And Senkali the god, all-seeing, all-knowing, is gonna fucking not read the note that says, "Hey,
You're
speaker, please keep this
Between.
between us. Don't tell Senkali that we are having a meeting of peace." That's the only thing I think about a raven to the
Yeah,
mall.
that's probably not the best idea, because Senkali really could. If the speaker isn't there, the message will get delivered to Senkali, and then we have more problems.
Right, right.
How far away is Phoenix Rest from the moor?
You have a rough estimate. You think that Phoenix Rest from the Moor of Dead Man would probably be probably about a 5-day trek.
Oh, that's
It's pretty
fucking far. Yeah, because I was thinking, like, if it was close, I don't know why I thought it was close, but if it was close, I was thinking we could send it to Wine Marrow and see if he could do something for us, because he said he owes us one.
That's true, but
I am going to tell you, I'm not going to tell you anything specific, but I will let you know if the Zephyrs have any ability to do anything like that.
Who are the Zephyrs?
The Zephyrs of the New Dawn, Wine Marrow's crew.
Oh,
People
gotcha.
at Phoenix Rest.
I think you'd be hard pressed to find anything like that.
you know, let's just do what we can.
Let's just let the genocide happen. Who cares?
Whatever, we tried.
No inviting the speaker. It's just done.
It's just done. It's too hard. I think, God, it really is too hard. Unless we can find someone who knows him who can also send the magical message, I don't know how we're supposed to contact him. I don't think I can. I can't do anything.
What was the name of the place where we first met, like a large encampment of the messengers? This was like way back in the beginning.
Yeah, you met them in Anam's Grip, which is
On script.
a place in the Badlands.
Can
Yes.
I unlearn a spell?
When you level up, he just.
How long does a spell scroll take to
So,
make?
How
in
long does a spell
Anam's
scroll
Grip.
take to make? Hours.
Because maybe he could make one for you?
oh,
I guess, yeah.
is that within your abilities, Kane?
No, I can't make it.
No, but like you can just read that kind of a spell and off of a scroll and it would work.
If it's of the third tier of spells, then yes, I could.
Let's see.
Would that be possible, Rutherford?
I'm looking right now.
Thanks, Ruth. Good old Ruth.
Yeah, I could locate object within 1,000 feet, but that's about it.
Locate scroll of sending.
Scroll of sending, yeah. Uh-huh.
That's not bad.
It would take me some time,
How much are we talking here?
roughly 5 days.
Fucking worthless.
Excuse me.
No, not you. All our plans. All our plans are worthless.
Everything we tried.
I am willing to push myself to the brink to try and get this done earlier, but I can't imagine anything less than 3 days.
3 days leaves us 3 days to get him here.
It
Right.
does.
And it takes 4 if he walks.
Well, ooh, yeah, it depends on
How
where
long
you
would it take if he
Well-
ruled on Konoha's back?
Certainly faster. Can he
Certainly.
teleport?
Fuck if I
Does
know.
Speaker teleport?
I mean, maybe they do find themselves all over the fucking countryside.
Okay. I think we should try that. Do your best. We'll come up with like a plan B.
Yeah, we'll keep searching, but for now, this is the best bet that we have.
I do appreciate your trust. Know that I will do this to the utmost of my abilities, but if there are any mishaps, the scrolling of spells is quite a complicated process.
Rutherford, you're the best old dragon wizard, smarty pants spell caster I've ever met. You can do this, and I'll inspire it.
And he smiles. Yes, Master Kane, you are correct.
You are correct. Now get in there.
I will
Get in there.
get to work post haste.
Put some elbow grease into it.
Go out and have fun.
He's only gonna get this for today. It's a D8. You're level 5 bard.
I am a level 5 bard.
Okay, then we're looking at a D8.
Neat.
Big juice.
Come on, 8.
Are
Oh,
you
that
just
big
going
fat
for
eight.
the rest of it in Bard, or
No.
so now you're just leveling up in
The past,
Warlock?
I think the past 3 levels I've taken have been Warlock.
I see.
Maybe the past 4. Jesus, I don't know. I can't remember now. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
And King
Yeah, I think so.
Iltar sort of just kind of shrugs his shoulders. You are quite the wordsmith, Kane.
You know, it's a gift.
Indeed. Well, I hope you are all blessed with some sort of alternative if Rutherford's scrollings do not apply.
We'll figure it out.
You always do?
And this is why I appreciate you all. Again, Burnwell holds you in their greatest debts. And with everything that has happened over the few days, you should be receiving your gifts soon. As a king, and as a king is wont to do, I would prefer to bestow them onto you as a sort of introduction to the Cloud Chorus, if you would.
So on the day,
Indeed, I will bestow them upon you as you will be considered representatives, Thanes of Burnwell.
Interesting.
great.
And so, with that, this would suffice as your indoctrination if you are willing.
Yeah.
Of course.
I
I'm
think
We'd be happy.
excited
Everybody
to see
is.
what you think we should have.
I am, to be honest, the Burnwell Vault is not very organized. We do know that there are great gifts down there. The ones that you will receive are known to be powerful. However, I am here in Viceguard, so they are not self-picked.
You just threw some people down there to go grab whatever.
I gave them descriptions of your combat prowess, as well as the things that I consider positive attributes of yourselves. So those who will take their time in the vault will hopefully apply them to you correctly.
I'm excited to see what the people of the vault think of us.
So am I.
For Kane, a giant axe.
Yeah, they give us completely incongruent items.
And for Narissa, a magic paintbrush.
I believe you could choose something worse for Narissa, though I'm not entirely sure Kane can actually wield a weapon
You can wield a weapon.
of such stature.
Well, maybe not.
I have seen my fair share of battle, friend, and your type is suited to casting.
You know, I have a
Not meant to be an insult, simply an observation.
sure.
Speaking of observations, have you happened to see a woman made almost of gold?
A woman made of gold.
That is what I am told Desiree appears to be.
You have to go like find her. It's like a hunt.
No, it seems, I mean, they are the Etir. They span their armies and battalions patrolling that of Norfain. And she is not here.
Oh, is this the girl you're trying to court?
I am, yes.
I am yes.
I would like to find more professional words of nobility here. They do not exist.
And you can't find her?
She is not here. I was wondering if she had maybe arrived.
Oh, I haven't seen her. I'm pretty sure if we had seen a gold lady, we would have remembered.
I mean, those are two things that I love a lot in this world. Gold and women. So a golden woman sounds great.
You and I have such interests in common. However, I please ask you to refrain in this moment.
Sure.
If things go awry, then please try your hand.
I mean, an A-tier and an Arcanist, I don't really see meshing well.
Narissa full laughs. Yeah, sure. Whatever.
You say this, but be them divine or arcane spells are cast. As well, it's no better that I am here. You do understand what Burnwell is, what Burnwell stands for, correct?
Sure.
We are freedom of all magic and all people. I am in the same boat as you as far as I'm concerned, except then he kind of waves his hands. No magic.
Cast minor illusion.
To make it look
Like over his hand.
Those little sprinkles come out of his hand.
Things may be looking up for me.
Think so.
And he just sort of smiles. Well, anyway, please keep me updated on your efforts. You now know where to find me. And hopefully my mate courting, I don't know what to hopefully Desiree will be here
I
soon.
was gonna say, don't say mate.
Just the name.
This is all new to me. I'm very sorry.
Just be yourself.
Well, very hard not to do.
Right.
Good day. And he walks you out of his room.
Okay. Well.
Is this our break time?
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Okay, we are going on break, fam. Thanks for hanging out. We will be right back.
The king all hot.
He is not naked.
Everyone's.
Close enough.
You guys calm down. The mics are still on.
everything. Don't worry about that.
Oh, good.
Yeah, don't.
Okay, and we are back. Happy Ramadan, and our party has figured out everything. So let's see how everything transpires. Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
So, okay. We head back to the Giant's Rest.
Yes.
Okay, we do that.
Okay. Awesome. You guys go in and you see the Vice Guard Whalers are playing again. Giant's Rest is popping. Pansy's in like a very cute outfit that sort of has like a flame motif, accentuates her hair. She's getting in the mood. Vittorio is even doing bar tricks where he's like using the air and gusts of wind to like juggle the different glasses and spin them around as he pours drinks in them. Everyone's having a grand time. Arlen?
Yes.
Hey, there we go. He stops singing for a second as you all walk in, and then immediately like breaks back in the stride. And let's see. It's pretty noticeable to the crowd. Like they're all clapping and they sort of like lose rhythm, but after some time he picks it back up. Other than that, what is your approach? What are you guys doing? Yeah, Uwasa's. You actually do see Uwasa out in the crowd. She's like dancing on tables. People are like clapping for her and such. She's having a good time.
Good for her. I'm glad.
Two things real quick. Is air quotes Hema here?
Let's see.
Air quotes.
You don't see a Hema.
Okay. Do I see a
Wait,
tiefling? White tiefling?
If you had seen Val, I would tell you.
Yeah. So she's just she's so short. She's like hiding.
Then the other thing is, I never told you this, Narissa, but that guy really wants to talk to you. And I kind of told him that I would talk to you about talking to him.
Great.
So you don't have to. You don't have to. It is your choice, but
The bard over there.
fuck off.
I'm like talking loudly over the music.
Let's
Over the
go
bards
upstairs.
playing.
Let's go upstairs. We have some things to discuss.
Uwasa notices you guys like stepping away from the crowd, and she just jumps off, and like everyone looks back, and you see Arlen and two great saviors of the road, these four over here, and he strums, and everyone says yay, and they're like, drinks on us for the four of you. Now this song, and they go on with their performance.
Let's talk first.
Okay.
Go upstairs so no one can overhear us if Harrison's yelling.
And you
It's
step,
just kind of loud in here.
you guys step upstairs into your quarters. Uwasa jumps on the bed, and she like makes her arms really big, and she points at herself, and she does like this. She drapes her hands in like a figure eight, like a very curvy woman, and points at herself and like gives you kind of like a sly smile.
Oh, she thinks you look good.
Me?
And she looks at you, and she kind of like looks around. She's like, she gives you a thumbs up, and then crosses her hands and shakes her head.
Oh,
And she points at herself, and then she
Oh.
points at all of you three,
I don't know what you're saying, Nuasa.
and she grabs at her clothes.
I wish you had clothes. You wish you had clothes. I'm gonna cast message to Uasa.
I am getting clothes made.
Oh, you are.
The tailor saw that I was poor in dress.
Well, that's great. I'm very happy. I wanted you to have clothes.
It's nice to feel so nice.
And she gives you a big smile, and just nods, and sits cross-legged on the bed attentively.
So, about that, I don't know. It's not that I don't want to. I want to apologize to them. But I mean, if you think about it really, how would you take that? How would you feel about the person who killed someone you cared so much about coming to you and saying, I'm sorry I killed them, I can't do anything about it now?
Yeah, I would still be mad.
Yeah, you would still be mad.
But only because the person who killed somebody that I cared about, I feel like wouldn't really mean it if they apologized.
And if they really meant it?
I don't know.
Yeah. It's easy to imagine that he might still be very upset, but I would like to think that if it was me and his situation, and someone came up to me and apologized to me, and it was very honest and sincere, I would like to think that maybe not immediately, but that I could find it in me to forgive them, because I ultimately think that's the right thing to do.
Then maybe before we leave? After the cloud chorus? Or right before?
Right before the cloud chorus?
Yes, either right before or right after.
Don't do that to them.
Okay, then after?
They'll have a bad performance.
After.
See,
then.
but the thing is, if you wait until after the cloud chorus and everything goes to shite and the dragons come, he could be dead, you know, and you miss your opportunity and you have to live with that guilt for the rest of your life.
I was going to say, and then you get away with it scot-free.
No matter what, I'm going to live with the guilt of it for the rest of my life. I just don't want to throw off their performance, and if he decides to turn me in, that could be the worst outcome.
Yeah, I think you should wait.
So, I'm going to wait.
Fair enough.
But I will...
It's your decision to make.
I'll do it. Granted, we all live, you know.
Right.
So I guess back to the other thing.
Right.
Not a lot of options.
Okay, I said, so this is what we're thinking. We should just contact Senkali and say, hello, we would like to know if the speaker is there. And then he will presumably just be very cooperative and tell you exactly what you need to know. And it'll all go off without a hitch. We'll find out if he's there. He'll be there. We'll cast sending. He'll get here in 4 days. We'll have a peace meeting.
Best
And
case
if he
scenario.
doesn't, and if he doesn't, just say that. And if he says, why do you ask?
Then we'll say, well, we believe we have found the blue orb, and we wanted to know if we could bring it to the speaker once we have collected said orb.
Was that the task? To bring it to him and not Senkali?
The task was to bring it to the speaker.
Oh, okay, excellent. That's great cover then. That's a great cover story.
I think that's the best we can do. There's not going to be anyone that we can trust that also knows the speaker, that maybe won't tell Senkali, that can cast sending. So we're kind of in a...
Right, and I'm also just getting this sneaking suspicion that we're overlooking something.
But what it might be, I have no idea.
Right, I have no
Hey,
idea.
Sardior, you don't know how we can solve this problem, do you?
And the purple gem on your bow sort of glows, illuminating your room in a soft violet light. How exactly to contact the speaker? Yes?
Yes.
Exactly.
Well, I'm afraid I do not have an answer. Let me think.
Who'd have thought?
Well, you know, we have to exhaust our options.
Yeah, every option.
Unfortunately, I am in a fog. Nothing is coming to mind.
Cool.
I rolled very
That's
low.
all right.
It's, yeah, I figured. Not your fault. We can't figure it out either.
And you guys keep getting interrupted by the cause of Caxlin. Sort of like flying around Kane, like kicking Umbra off his shoulders, and they start fighting. They're cawing amongst each other.
Cast speak with animals.
You cast speak with animals.
It's a spell I get for being the kind of paladin I am for free.
That's fine.
I should use it.
I wasn't sure if that was a joke or
No, I
like
really will.
serious. And you hear Umbra saying like off, and Caxlin's just play, bored, let's go, bored. It's you or them.
I can't believe that bird. He's like evil.
Yeah, he's quite the asshole.
Maybe he's just not stimulated enough. You know, they're very smart.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna. Can I try and like calm Caxlin down?
You roll animal. What are you trying to do? Tell me how you calm Caxlin down.
Well, ideally, I would have. Is it a boy or a girl?
Caxlin's a
Yeah,
boy.
he's a boy, I think.
Well, I would have Caxlin in my hand. I would like somehow retrieve Caxlin and then pet her and coo to her softly or him softly, and you know.
I'm gonna have you roll. You gotta grab it first, so I need an attack roll.
Goddamn.
Okay.
Or an athletics or acrobatics check.
Acrobatics.
Actually, no, wait, I'm sorry. You have to do athletics because you're grabbing.
Oh,
Oh,
you're still strong.
yeah. So
I'm still strong.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to lead you astray.
16.
16. Let's not use that one. Cocked. Okay, you swiftly grab Caxlin, and you have him by like the legs, and you trying to get their like wings cradled in as you sort of cradle them, and they're just flapping and screaming. Narissa, you just hear him saying, "Off, get off, damn it."
Oh, he knows how to swear.
He did come from a stock.
Yeah.
He came from a rowdy place.
Maybe you could give him like a task to do, like find things, like shiny stuff.
I'm gonna need you to roll animal handling, Erson.
Alright.
Fuck is.
Nat 20.
Get the fuck out.
Okay. You
20,
rolled that.
23 total.
You rolled that before I could say disadvantage, so I'm gonna let you keep it. Let's see. So you kind of coo and like pet them, and they sort of calm down. They're still a little fidgety, but they're not yelling. They're not screaming. They're kind of still. And Umbra sort of looks at Caxlin, and they squeak a little bit. But Narissa, you hear, good.
Oh, our ravens aren't best friends.
Well, do you... What are you trying to gain from speaking with your bird here?
He was freaking out. I just was trying to figure out why.
Ask him why.
Why are you so upset?
Nothing do.
He's just bored. There's nothing to do in here. That's why I said maybe if we gave him some task, he would stop being so loud.
White bird
Oh,
quiet,
don't-
white bird boring.
Your bird is boring.
You're fucking boring.
They start.
He can understand more than you think.
sure
How
he can.
about you look around for something? I can open the window. You can go find coins.
You find shiny objects and just come and like set them down in a pile right here.
And they sort of nod. And they spread their wings so hard that they sort of break out of your grasp, Ersid, as they are pointing themselves towards the window, trying to like fly over there as you hold onto their legs and body.
All right, I'll let them go.
You open a window and let them go. and I'll roll throughout the day to see if he finds anything.
Great, thanks, Jacqueline.
Yeah, well, like we were saying, not a lot of options. I think Senkali right now is the best. To find out if the speaker is even there. We have a good cover if he asks why we're asking.
Okay. I pull out the book.
All right. You open this book coated in like snakeskin and such. Open to the empty pages. Are you going to write or are you going to send to him? Speak.
I'm going to write.
Okay. You got 25 words.
Okay. Dear Senkali, is the speaker available? No. I'm thinking about this before I write it.
Okay.
Dear Senkali, so I don't have to like scratch it out.
I don't think it would work.
It wouldn't work. Dear Senkali, is the speaker currently at the moor? Love, your humble servants.
What the fuck?
What the hell?
What?
Don't call us humble servants.
I'm trying to get on his good side.
Love Erson.
Yeah, love your humble servant. Okay, that's where we're stopping.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'm just asking if the speaker is there.
And you see words slowly appear on the pages as the ink finally blocks in to actual legible writing. You see that it says, "Dear humble servants."
Good God. He likes that too much.
Senkali, the speaker, should be leaving soon. Is there a reason you may need to contact him? You should be quick.
Shit. Should we maybe tell him that we should lie. We should say we found the orb and he needs to come up and get it.
That's what I like to hear, Narissa.
We
should lie.
I don't want to do it, but I think it's the only way we're going to get him here in time.
All right. Lie to him,
Okay.
Erson.
Oh God.
Lie. Like I lied.
Wait, what's that from?
The Dark Knight.
That's right.
Tell him
Okay.
everything's gonna be okay.
Okay. I say. We believe very strongly that we have located the blue orb, and would request that the speaker make haste towards Viceguard.
Good.
I like it.
Trying to think of how to respond to this.
Do not worry about
I'm pretty proud.
the
That was a
speaker.
pretty carefully crafted
Yeah,
sentence.
It's true.
Because it does not
it's not a
actually
lie.
say that we know for
Yeah.
certain where the orb is.
Or that we have it, but we believe we will soon.
Well done, you.
Your
I
task
learn from the best.
was to retrieve the orb and deliver it unto us. Sending a speaker to Viceguard for something you do not have seems
Just trust us, bro.
counterintuitive. That's all 25. I did my best.
Gotta fucking convince him over text.
Write in all caps on the next one.
No, I'll do the SpongeBob meme.
The big A.
One capital,
The big T.
lower uppercase, lowercase.
Counterintuitive.
Oh no.
Just trust
Okay,
us, bro.
okay.
What should
I'll say.
So,
I'll say.
Yes.
Due to certain circumstances that that I cannot elaborate on RN.
Right now.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to roll for that one.
No, okay, fine. I'm at 11 then, right now.
Okay.
It would be best if the speaker was here to assist.
Tell him last time we came in contact with an orb, one of us got possessed.
that's true. We don't want to touch it. Could corrupt us.
Oh boy, you guys are trying your darndest.
Oh, this is hard. This is a hard problem to solve.
Is this what you're saying? Are you telling them that second part?
Let's hear his response first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have been sent and trusted to this location because we are aware the orb is there. The speaker stays behind for his safety.
Can we just speak to him? But how?
Okay.
Can the speaker send to us?
Are you going to ask that?
Maybe you should.
Yeah, ask if we can speak
Yeah,
with,
just say,
with
because-
his manager.
Yeah, because if the speaker says no, like of his own accord, then of course. We just want to take it up with him personally.
But like, how would that happen? He comes and just writes in the book, and
No,
I'm
like-
just supposed to believe that that's the speaker talking to me.
Well, the book can also cast sending.
I think
Oh,
what
it-
they're saying is if the speaker can send, please have the speaker send to you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That'll go over real well.
Yeah.
Hey, put the speaker on the phone.
Check with the speaker.
No.
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 Okay, wait. What if I just say, like, somehow craft a message that gets Zenkali to tell us when and where the speaker is going next?
Sure, you could say, once we retrieve the orb, where should we meet the speaker at his next destination? If you want to glean where he's going.
Okay.
That's what we're going with.
Oh man, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just go with that. I put that in writing.
Also, can the speaker cast sending to us?
Wait.
Good call. I was about to speak.
I don't think it hurt. We're already kind of in a weird place. I don't think it hurts to throw in. Can you have?
Well,
him send
I
to
was
us?
just gonna say, the speaker is the one who, like, is the expert on these, right? So, like, okay, I'll say to Senkali, if he's not gonna come, if he's able to use send, can he send to us to, like, so that we can, like, consult with him about the orb for further
Okay, yeah.
information?
Smart.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, so understandable.
Understand.
So I'll start the sentence with understandable
Okay.
in response to what Senkali
Of
said.
course.
Yeah, no, I got it.
if the speaker is able to send, could you ask him to send to us so we can consult with him? That's 21, 22, 21.
Roll persuasion at disadvantage.
Oh my god, fucking Senkali, bitch ass.
Yeah.
Hate him.
I'm just saying, you guys are
Okay, that's
You
a
guys
good
are-
first one.
doing something.
That is a good first one.
Get a good second one too.
Yeah, you need a disid.
Natural one.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Jenna's.
So with persuasion, that puts it to 5.
It looks like we're having a war, guys.
I have been tasked with keeping the speaker safe.
Cool.
Inform me what it is I should relay to him, and he will decide if he will speak to you or not.
Okay. So now we say we're concerned about being possessed. Do you know how because we never talked about this. What method of transportation should we use to transport the orb?
Well,
Is it-
really, it wasn't the holding of the orb that possessed me. It was the fact that after we stole it, I went into the woods with it and and had a conversation.
Okay.
I stared deep into its
You should never ponder the orb.
mysticalness.
Does he know
He
that
probably
you
knows how it works.
No, but does he know that you ever possessed the orb?
They all know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The speakers were
Speaker,
well aware.
yeah.
Well, the messengers were well aware of Kane's holding of the orb.
Okay.
Maybe if we go with an angle that's kind of like. We just need specifics on the whole situation. Like where, when, like when we get it, we're gonna need to be able to like somehow get it to him. Like we just want to hash this out with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We could just leave him on red.
Because I don't know how. Like I don't know what else to say to him.
I don't know that there really is anything else to say.
Because
He's
he
gonna
said,
keep saying "fuck you." No.
Well, he said he'll go tell the speaker. Maybe he will. It doesn't
Okay.
hurt to send
All right.
something.
Okay. You're right. You're right. So I'll say. Well, in that case,
Counts.
5.
what?
No,
No,
it's
we're
fine.
joking.
You're not vocally sending, so verbally sending, so it's okay.
Okay. Well, okay. In that case,
How about you just say that we would just. There's some details we would like to go over with him, and we would really appreciate if he could send us a message.
yeah, but he's asking to know what those details are.
Where, when, how to get it to him.
Okay. Okay. In that case, we just would like to further discuss details. Colon, logistics, methodology, timing, chronology, etc., etc.
My advice here is if there has been no substantial development towards the orb, contact us when it is in your possession. Logistics decided then.
Fucking bitch. Oh. Well, I don't know.
You guys are the ones being weird
Okay.
about it.
Sure, but come on.
So we
Yeah.
know that the speaker is, as of right now, in the morgue.
But he's leaving soon.
Yeah. And
I-
what does soon mean? I suppose by the end of the day.
Probably.
I have criminal contact as a feature.
Mm.
Is there a way I can use that to get a message directly to the speaker once he moves?
Hold on.
Hold on. Does he? I don't know if he needs us.
Oh, I'm reading something that might help. So you answer his question.
Okay. I think that would be hard to do considering your criminal contacts, just kind of who they are. I mean, you could try something.
Yo, dog. Can fucking Tragedy send?
Who? Tragedy?
Yeah.
I don't know. But she wasn't in here. She does stay at the Silver Sword.
Mm-hmm.
And she was, she went with the Red Wizards to the moor.
Could ask her.
So, I don't know. That might be my last suggestion.
I think you
I
would
was
have
just trying
trouble
to see.
with your criminal contacts unless you had a criminal contact within the messengers, I guess you could say. But then you have to get in touch with them.
I was just trying to see if I could use my detect thoughts through this book.
I don't think
I
so. I think
cannot.
it's a creature you can see.
That's correct. I have not used this spell once though, but it would have been cool to use it.
All right.
Fair.
I'll go to the Silver Sword then.
By yourself?
If anybody wants to come. But
I mean,
I have a.
do you think you'd have a better
They-
chance by yourself, or
I don't know.
Maybe. No. Take care, Sid.
Okay.
wait, take me like someone's gonna babysit me?
I mean,
I think she meant you to babysit me.
maybe a little bit of both, although it's not like I can really trust you with either of you, but
Right.
I have a date
Alright.
tonight, so
Ugh.
I'm busy.
Right.
Wow.
Uwasa mouthed the wow, and she like looks very like gleamy eyed and excited. And she runs around and finds Kane's disguise kit.
Seems she wants to help me.
Also, do you want to go on a date with me tonight?
Is that real? And
I
Uwasa,
kind of like say, yeah. Well, go ahead.
Uwasa looks at you and is like, she shrugs and points at Narissa, and like she moves her arms as if they were like clock hands.
You want to help her get ready on time?
And she nods.
Well, I mean, you could go with Isid after.
You're trying to set up.
Wait, how old is Uwasa?
Have you ever asked Uwasa how old she is?
No, I haven't.
I feel like we asked her all the way back
Yeah, I think we.
when we met
I
her.
thought we did ask her, or we didn't ask. We were guessing. We were like rolling checks to see if we could guess.
Mm,
How old are you? Oh no.
she's just short, I thought.
Yeah, but
She also looks young.
Yeah, she looks young. I know that, and she's short. So, and she's a halfling, right?
No, she's
No,
a
she's an
half
elf.
Or she's a full elf, yeah.
Oh, elf.
She's a wood elf,
Oh,
just
okay.
like you. You're less wood elf than she
Right.
is.
Okay.
Can you roll me a general charisma check, please?
what is general charisma?
No modifiers. Just plus charisma.
So nothing flat.
10.
Advantage because I said you could go with I said after.
No. That's a pretty weak wingman. Look at
wasn't
this,
sure
your
if he
schedule lined up
I wasn't
here.
sure if he really wanted it.
I don't know if he really wants it either.
Your schedule lines up. You're not doing anything.
What did you get?
I got a 10. I rolled a 10.
Oh, you rolled straight up 10.
That's mid.
And Uwaza kind of looks at you and like kind of puts up her hand like, are you serious?
Yeah, sure.
Roll persuasion.
It's Weisgard. This place
There it
is
is.
crazy.
What'd you-
23.
What?
Wow. Wowie kazowie. And she kind of shrugs and gives you like a light smile, nods her head.
Wow. Fun.
Great.
She shrugs.
It'll be
She's
fun.
Yet to be seen. Fun.
So
So then we'll do that. We'll all three of us go on a date.
Well,
Is that what's happening? Is that really?
and Uwasa shakes the makeup and like in front of Narissa and holds up the number 1.
First things first.
Right.
yeah.
Okay. So the 3 of you are splitting up all to go on your individual romantic escapades while the threat
this is
of
what
war
Aaron
and so-called
lives for.
genocide is looming above you.
When I tell you
Game of
that
Thrones.
this is just what happens.
Yeah, you know what? It is kind of like, like
In
it's-
every
that-
fucking
that-
movie I've ever watched, I've been like, really, this is what you're concerned about? But yeah.
I mean, I'm not doubting you. I just think it's kind of wild.
Hey, if we're all gonna die in 6 days,
Yeah.
make the most of the 6.
Oh,
I agree. I think that's
I am not disappointed in you guys. I'm not insulting you. Only confirming.
what are we gonna do with the rest of the night? We've exhausted a lot of possibilities.
I'm sure there's plenty. I mean, we could do a time skip, but apparently y'all guys have some individual goals. So let's see. Okay, first off, we gotta start with Kane.
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay, so you're going to the Silver Sword Inn by yourself. Let's just go ahead and say it's like maybe 2, because you did go see the Queen in the morning.
Yep.
So we'll say about 2 in the afternoon, sun's high, everything is popping. You go to the Silver Sword Inn, and it's a completely different vibe here. Like the Weisgard Whalers are all fun and like classical tavern music. Will you roll me a D4?
Yeah. Two.
Okay, awesome. It's a lot softer here. It's not like super energetic. It's still very folky. As you see, the stage has 3 elven women, all playing very interesting instruments that all sort of float off the ground. They don't look like guitars or anything. Some strange form of percussion made out of crystals. One of them sings and the other has like a set of crystals with holes in them that are kind of like a flute that she blows into in different in sporadic occasions. But it's very soft, it's chill, it's laid back. They're casting all sorts of like purple neon lights to set the mood. It's very chill. People are smoking hookah. There's all kinds of smoke in the air. The barkeep, just a man, nods. What can I do for you?
Just a man.
Just a man.
Just the human man, huh?
I can make him more of a man, but this is the place of men.
I'm just looking for someone.
Someone being.
Well,
You want to drink while you wait?
yeah, sure. I'll just have a red wine, please. Either an elf girl with pink eyes or a tiefling with
You're
white skin.
certainly playing the field,
Yeah. I like to keep my options open.
even with the tiefling.
Yeah.
Disgusting. Well, here's your wine.
Oh my god.
That was fucked
Hit him
up.
with the disgusting.
Hey, don't yuck others' yums, you know?
Yo, what the fuck?
Well, when you're yucking your yums with devils, I think he's a little upset about it.
Don't kink shame me.
You say? Okay, good. Get you your drink. Well, I wish you the best of luck, mate.
You haven't
And-
seen either of the two.
You think you'd see a tiefling in Weisgard?
You never know.
As far as elves, I mean, I see the ones on stage. There's a few that come in and out here. Pink eyes. I've seen a lot of people, mate. I'm sorry.
I'll look around.
Roll investigation.
Oh, that spells. Get over there. 15.
15. You actually see a trio of individuals after you kind of scour the crowd. And you see one wearing a large hat, and they have a feminine body. They're quartered in robes, all black. To the side of them, you see a small girl with large, like, puffy hair, and two little puff balls in her hair. She has like leafy, almost like earthy clothing. And then you realize that this must be the Midnight Carnival once you set your eyes upon Glacier and their winter attire.
Yeah. I'll walk over there.
And you step over, and Hema turns around to look at you, and she smiles. And at that point, you see a little bit of the illusion drop as you're presented with the fiendish teeth that Val Tragedy carries. So this must be for me then. And she grabs the red wine out of your hand.
Yeah, sure was.
You always knew what I liked. Remember when we used to come here from time to time?
Sure do.
New barkeep though, not very nice.
No, he's not. Doesn't like tieflings.
Who does?
Me?
Well, Mr. Tiefling Leica.
Good one.
She shrugs. She knows it's a dumb joke. What brings you here?
Well, a few things. One, do you happen to be able to cast sending?
Me? No, absolutely not.
And do you know anyone who can?
Not here. I mean, we have a few mages out in Burnwell. It's a little harder to get folks in this part of the area, part of Northane. I can certainly look around. I know Oblivion's march marches far.
Okay. Well, would they also, that individual happen to know the speaker?
They're not the only ones of Oblivion's march who've met the speaker. Are the three of us here?
Okay. Well, forget that then. What about that business that we talked about the other night?
You mean partnership?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're after the same thing. Last time I checked, we were acquaintances. So, we're already both under the same banner. I'm sure we could help.
And you're planning to do it on the night of
The Cloud Chorus?
Cloud Chorus?
What better night to do so? Especially since the Night's Watch have up their, well, guard.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's kind of a bust. But I would like your help, or to help you with the orb. But I also want to know what you plan on doing with it after retrieved.
Same thing you are.
I don't think so.
Rosa, Glacier, we'll be leaving soon. If you could meet me outside. And they sort of look at each other and just kind of like nod. What is it that you're planning to do, Kane?
Well, I don't exactly know yet, but it's not selling it to the highest bidder.
So, are we really in this together then?
I'd like to think so, but
What else could you possibly be trying to do? Kane, this is a chance for everyone. You see someone like me, and it's a surprise that I haven't been put in the stocks. A guillotine next to my throat. You are still alive. And the very thing that hates us can finally be shown reason. With this, we can change the world, Kane. For the better.
are you planning on giving it to the speaker?
I told you. We are on the same side. That's what I thought.
Okay. I suppose we are.
Deception or persuasion?
Persuasion.
I'll take a word for it. I'll take your word for it.
I'm on her side.
You're taking it to the speaker?
That's what my friends want to do, I think.
Is it?
That's why I told Val I didn't know.
Okay. Roll persuasion.
I'll roll either.
You roll what you are doing. Are you persuading her that you're on the same side? Or are you lying to her that you're on the same side? Are you delivering this orb to the speaker once it's in your possession?
The intention.
I guess it's
truly
deception
to
then, because I'm not
entirely sure.
entirely certain that I'm delivering the orb to the speaker as soon as I have it.
Okay. Go ahead.
Deception?
Mm-hmm. Jeez.
What did you roll? You not talking to
16. Sorry.
Then there should be no trouble then. So, what is our plan?
Well, Acid is rather stealthy. So are you. I don't really have a plan yet, because last plan that I tried to do got thwarted before it even started. So
Then how about this? You bring your friends to the Silver Sword Inn, or I will bring my party to the Giant's Rest. Either way, I do think that the 7 of us should convene for this together, measure our strengths.
yeah.
So, doing anything else for the night?
I was going to ask you the same.
Well, I do think we are on the same side as far as this goes. And let's go ahead and cut to see how your makeup's coming up.
This is disgusting. This is NC-17, you know?
Nothing happened.
Yeah, this is a fade the black type campaign. Calm down. We save all the raunchy stuff for our Patreon. Okay.
That'll get people to buy.
Oh yeah, for sure. Let's see. Well, else is gonna roll sleight of hand.
I can help her.
Yeah, I guess Ersa didn't go, so yeah, he can't help her.
You think too many cooks in the kitchen? Doing two people doing makeup on one person?
He's just
Just face? Just face?
he's just helping her with the stroke, making sure she's not pushing down too hard on the blush.
Yeah, like I'm like holding her hand in mine,
What?
like guiding.
You gotta roll another charisma check if you're gonna do all of that.
Like, bro, what?
No. I help her in the way that like I am talented in sleight of hand, so like I'm just giving her verbal help. You know what I mean?
Could fluff her hair up. She's gonna like put some of those flowers that he gave her like into that flower headdress that she has.
Yeah.
Alright.
Ooh, yeah. I'll do the hair. I think I would have some history with that from my tribe.
I think that's fair. Do you want a separate roll or do we want to leave it all up to Uwasa?
Does she get my help?
Yeah, I can either give her advantage or you two can roll separately.
You just do it with advantage. It's fine.
I don't think tonight's the night to trust me, so let's see how that goes.
Good. I'm like, great, it looks good.
Ersid, you are pretty aware with what would make a woman look beautiful, especially a tribal woman, as you kind of are reminded of how you used to do your sister's hair, your mom's hair, even some, random girls out with the tribe.
Just some random girls.
Okay, they're not random to him. Your practice there. You've seen how they do makeup, and while you're doing Narissa's hair, you give Uwasa some pointers. And with the help of two of you, with a natural 20, total of 22. Narissa, you look better than you did this morning.
That's
The
great.
hair is enthralled with flowers, and you kind of have these sort of like Nordic braids that Ersid has done for you. Quite quickly, a little loose, but they make you look very strong, but not intimidating, thankfully. Your makeup's good, your eyeliner's great, they look like winged perfectly. Blue lipstick, good stuff.
Wow, Ersid, you're like really good at this.
Thanks. Yeah. I
Yeah.
used to do this a lot with my sister.
Roll
I like to
charisma with
think.
advantage, please.
Well, thank you, and I'll finish my thought real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sometimes I look at you, Narissa, and I like to imagine that if I had gotten to see my sister grow up, that she'd remind me of you.
Wow. That's very sweet. Thank you.
Uwasa's like
well-
crying.
What was the roll?
Charisma with advantage.
So just a straight charisma.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's 17.
17? Okay, good to know.
If it's any consolation, you're a better brother than the one I ever had.
Thanks. I'm not sure how difficult that should be, but I appreciate it.
Suppose the bar is low, but still.
And Uwasa, with tears streaming down her face, pulls you guys both into like a big hug. And quickly she kind of lets go and she starts tugging on you, Ersid.
Oh, what's up?
She's like walking towards the door and you can kind of catch her face. She's not trying to look at you directly, but it's pretty flush.
Oh, well, you better go.
I guess so. All right. And I put both hands on Narissa's shoulders and like look at her square, and I'm like, "You have fun. You have fun tonight, and tell me if Salo truly is a piece of shit, because I hope he is, so that I can continue to hate him. But if it turns out that he's not, then I'm happy for you."
Thanks. I'll let you know.
Oh man. Okay. Let's start with Ersid and Uwasa. So she steps outside the door and she's kind of like looking down and kicking dust and just kind of doing her thing. And she looks at you and sort of shrugs, holds her hands out, and like looks around.
Yeah, pretty cool stuff around here, no? I mean, have you ever seen such a big festival?
And she sort of like, she nods her head side to side.
Oh, you know what? It's almost dinner time. Oh, I know this place where we can get some massive fatty turkey legs. Do you want to go get some turkey legs?
She sort of smiles and like gestures towards the stairs.
Run out into each other. Same spot.
I know. I fancy meeting you here.
Shit.
Wait, which stairs?
The stairs,
just
outside of your room.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all right, let's go.
Okay, so you take her to the Starlight Arcade. And after a little bit of looking and kind of like sifting through the crowds of people, you finally find the food stand that serves the pheasant legs. You get that, and you guys kind of hang out, find a place to stop. What are you trying to do? Is this something we're gonna play out, or do you want me to just have you roll some checks?
Man, maybe like a hybrid of it. I'm just chatting with her and trying to put on the res and stuff, and I kind of it's funny, I legit was thinking before, like, when Salo and Narissa were flirting or not flirting, I was thinking, like Ersid, like, man, it's been a long time since I like have had a romantic interest. And so like that kind of was on my mind, and then I think this is all like an internal process that I went through as in character.
Okay,
And
for
then
sure.
The reason why I asked Wasa out was kind of on the one hand like, yeah, I guess I'll have if we're both not doing anything, but then also kind of like a realization like, what am I talking about? Of course I'd go on a date with Wasa. I mean, she's super cool. Like, this whole journey I've been like trying to get to know sign language and trying to get to know her, so I was like, yeah, it seemed like a no-brainer.
Okay, for sure.
So I guess I would like to somehow in this conversation that we can skip over is ask her like how old she is and like where's she from, like what's her history.
You've been practicing sign language. Will you roll me a intelligence check with advantage?
Okay.
Dang, he's chucking them. Like, what are you doing to those things?
They're important roles.
Ugh.
17.
17 total.
Yeah.
I would say if there's like 5 levels of sign language before you're like fluent, you're probably at like a 3 right now, due to all the time and everything you've been putting in. And so you can get some basic information. The first thing you ask her is her age.
Yeah, like like I forgot like about how old are you again? Me and my yeah.
She kind of pouts
I'm sorry.
and
Ask a lady her age.
she slaps you on the back and just kind of laughs silently. And she holds up her hands and tells you she's 73.
She's older than you. She's an elf.
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? Remind me again, really quick. Like, what's the life expectancy of an elf? Like 200 years?
frickin' forever.
Yeah, I think they can get to like 500 pretty easily.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like they're not considered adults society, like culturally, until they're like 80.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And if I remember correctly, it was a long time since I did my background, but I think I said I'm like in my late 30s or like early 40s.
I want to say you're 43.
That feels right to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember, you were
Okay.
the oldest for sure.
Yeah.
because we were joking about
Yeah.
you being old.
Yeah. Okay.
Go on.
Cool. Yeah, and then just kind of like wanting to get to know like more specifically like where she's originally from, like when she met the Broken Blades, like does she have a family that she sees or is in contact with, date stuff.
No family. She gets kind of bummed when you bring that up. But she's
Oh,
able to.
I'm sorry.
But she kind of signs a few things telling you about how her old village in the forest was always peaceful, and fun, and it felt safe, which is why she would get lost in the woods at any time of the day, be it, sunrise or sundown. As far as when she met the Broken Blades, that was about 10 years ago. Oliver and Metal had actually come up the Moyani coast towards Sawberry Den, which is close to the forest that she's from. And they found her, and ever since then they have basically made it their goal to return Owassa to her natural self.
Cool. Through conversation, I like bond with her over the shared experience of being half wood elf myself and the fondness that I have from the memories of being there as a child and stuff. So,
Okay,
But yeah.
roll me another charisma check with advantage.
Chariz.
Yeah, give me the Riz check.
I'm risen pretty good, pretty decent here, 16.
Okay, awesome. Is there?
Considering I have 0 bonus.
Yeah, no, you're doing well, but that's part of why I'm giving you the advantage. But you're also just doing a good job. Is there anything else you want to do with the night?
No, my intention here is to just genuinely have a good date with her and then maybe hold her hand on the way for the rest of the night.
You get lucky enough to hold Owassa's hand throughout the rest of the night.
Holy.
Oh my god.
Holding hands.
Oh my god.
I'm the only one here having a wholesome relationship.
What?
Well, I guess really I'm thinking of Kane.
Yeah.
That seems like a
Mine is probably unwholesome, but that's okay.
It's
But the sex is
complicated. I
good.
wouldn't say
That's
it's not
complicated.
wholesome.
Kane's Facebook changes too. It's complicated.
No.
I dislike it.
No. Your night goes on. It's a good time. Narissa, you finally get up the courage to head to the Starlight Arcade. And you look around for a little bit, and then you see Sallow there. And he's kind of like waving you down. And when you get closer, you realize he's kind of in like a suit. Like he has he has like this kind of open sort of cloak that comes in, a puffy white shirt and like some slacks and some reasonable dress shoes. For him, it's a lot. For most people, it's kind of whatever.
That's fair.
Are we playing this out? Is this something you want to role play? You asked him on a date.
Just a little.
Just a little. And he has more flowers for you, specifically picked out for you. He has them tied up in what looks sort of like a snake divulging into multiple heads, like the way that the stems are threaded together looks like scales.
This motherfucker.
And they're all different. They're very reminiscent of the colors that you exhibit: blues, yellows, and greens. He gives those to you. So you made it.
I did. I'm glad you're here.
Where else would I be? I told you, meet me here. I'm not a liar.
You're very thoughtful. You pay attention.
That's my job. So, follow me. Are you hungry? Because we're not going to stay here. So
Sure. Yeah.
we'll get something on the go. Vice God's finest pot pie. And so,
Never had it.
wow.
You have to roll a Constitution because it burns the roof of your mouth.
Oh, no. Yeah, if you go too fast,
Never eaten a pot pie and not burnt my tongue.
dang. And you get them. They smell delightful. And he gives those to you, and he's just like, don't. Maybe give these a second, or else you might hurt yourself.
They're very hot.
Yeah, you can feel it, the bottom. Anyway, you're never going to taste anything like this ever again in your life, so please enjoy it.
Of course.
So, we tend to do a lot of walking. So I hope that it's okay if we keep up with tradition.
Maybe it's something I forced myself into. Pacing and walking just helps me think, I think.
Well, that's no good. This is not a night for thinking, it's a night for having fun. So, rest assured, there will be a moment where you can sit still.
I'll trust you. Do you, I guess, I don't really know too much about you.
What would you like to know?
Do you have any siblings?
Well, I have a little brother. He goes by the name Rike. He's just a fighter. That's what he likes to do. I send him out on little escapades with Grant and such. Sometimes you'll see him at the Queen's Guard. But generally, he stays at home with his parents.
So he's not very old.
No, 10.
Oh,
Yeah,
quite a bit younger then.
nothing wrong with that.
I guess I'm jealous
Of having a little brother, of
of
having a family.
both.
Well, that is a shame. What about Cain and Acid and Uwasa?
They are what I would consider my family right now. I am more than grateful to have them.
So why be jealous?
I have a brother, sort of, kind of.
I hope he's not anywhere nearby.
Maybe too close, but
Oh, that's actually unfortunate, really.
I don't know exactly where. Just on this continent, which is too close.
Wow. You and your brother do not get along, do you?
He killed me. Or he tried to.
Have you told Sal this story before? Excuse me.
I've been real vulnerable.
Yeah,
She tells everybody this.
that's true. I'm sorry.
Maybe I'll tell you about it sometime. But really, it's not that important. All I ever do is worry and think about this, and I don't want to think about any of that stuff right now.
And at that moment, you realize that you've made it to like the kingdom gates. And Sallow kind of holds up his hand and like gives you a smile that says 1 second, as he waves at all the guards and they start to crank open the doors. Can't have too much fun when everyone else is doing it around you. I thought we could have some alone time.
Yeah. Sure.
And he walks you out of the gates, and you're in the nearby pine forests. A small, about 4-person squadron of guards follows you, very far behind. And he's just sort of talking with you, and finally you find yourself accosted with the sound of waves lapping against the shore. And you see the sun setting on the horizon. The sky is filled with beautiful purples and oranges. The clouds that pass by paint pictures of the night sky that you had never seen under the trees of Chult. As you see the great crashing waves in the distance, this is my favorite place to be when I would like to not think.
It's beautiful. Different from home, but still pretty in its own way.
I'm sure, as horrible as Chult sounds, it has a lot to offer with its environment.
It's a beautiful place. I used to sit on top of our ziggurat. Do you know what that is?
Something you sit on.
It's like a temple, so it's very tall.
Okay, ziggurat temple.
And they covered it in this powder, green and red like scales, so it would shine in the light. And you could look out across the ocean as it would turn this dark wine color. But I was the only one that ever looked. Nobody else cared.
So, you've always been curious, different from your fellows.
I thought they were all pretending. But they really weren't. They were like that, and I wasn't.
Makes you wonder what they thought about you. No matter. Whatever they think is null and void.
True.
And as you look back up at the sky, you see that some of the clouds start to almost like bubble. And they start to form different shapes. And one of them becomes some sort of like humanoid. And they're searching through the clouds, and you see them depict trees and castles and all things until finally they make it to an empty space. Another cloud forms, and it's a snake, and it slithers up to this creature. Very small. It's almost hard to see this snake, and the human cloud shrinks down and picks the snake up. And you can see it as it becomes sort of like a storm cloud as it coils around the man's body, and it flies away. And it ends up in a shape very large as the two clouds sort of merge together. And for a second, you see a heart that quickly dissipates, almost like fireworks exploding. And Sal's sort of looking away the whole time until it finally ends. And I hope you liked it.
It was very nice. She's like, what the fuck? I'm always seeing weird shit.
So that's really the extent of what I have access to as he looks around. And you see some of the guards are like praying. But I thought something serene might liven things up a little bit, help you relax.
I appreciate it. It's nice.
This is strange. I'm usually quite put together. But this is very much outside my wheelhouse.
Because I'm...
Yes. There's no question about that. Can I really trust you? You, not your friends, not your group together. You, Nerissa.
Yes. Really, everything I do, I'm trying to help people.
So what are you trying to help me with right now?
I just spent a long time, all of my life, lying to myself. Pretending and living however I had to survive. Which meant that I never felt anything. And it's so dangerous out here. I've almost died, I don't know, more times than I can count. So what's the point in lying? Why should I pretend like I don't care? I just like you.
Like,
Like.
your presence I do find enjoyable. So maybe once this is all over, we can do something like this again. Maybe a little more when the city's a little less crowded. Though I do I do hope we can find some time in between all of these conversations and preparations to enjoy the festivities.
I hope so too. It's really terrible that it's being clouded by what is happening.
Speaking of what is happening, they need to change shifts. And he extends his hand. Allow me to walk you back to your quarters.
She'll take it.
And you guys walk back. No need for checks. You don't need the checks. You role played. You're all convening back at the Giant's Rest. Did you and Valerie do anything besides drink?
We know.
Mm.
Don't be coy.
Okay.
I don't kiss and tell.
Okay, then I'll have you roll checks behind the screen. The night is nigh. It is dark. Flames and candlelight are prevalent throughout the whole city. Festivities are slowly starting to die down, and Ersid, you notice on your way back with Uwasa as you hold hands and take her back to the Giant's Rest, the Night's Watch is out and heavy. And you get close to the Giant's Rest before you hear a familiar voice. Well, I did not think that you had any romantic interests.
Way to ruin our...
Specifically, just Ersid and Wazzle.
Oh, hey there. Yeah, well, you know, with the threat of total world annihilation, you know, it's better to get all those feelings out there before it's too late, you know, in my opinion. Anyone special for you, Mr. Nightbringer?
The only one who is special to me is the mother. She guides she guides my very hand. A hand that spreads across the land. I'm sure you're aware. I have some information for you, Acid.
Okay.
Our problem is being dealt with. quite swiftly. The Night's Watch are ever so well trained. This end of the world you speak of will not come to be while I hold the power that I do. And he puts his hand on your shoulder. So rest easy.
Do you feel in charge?
I paid you a lot of money.
Power over me.
You feel the
yeah,
power in these hands. As he steps away, and you kind of hear him booming away. Have a good night, Acid. As you all end up at the Giant's Rest. As soon as like you guys walk into your room, Owasa, as fast as she can, lets go of Airsid's hand.
And I kind of look down at her at the hand that she just let go of, and look up at her, and then look over to them, and then look back at her.
And she's just kind of like holding her hands together, like her feet digging into the ground. Her face is all red.
All right, that's fine.
Nothing against you.
No, I get it. I'll respect her sensitivity.
Anything else before the night is over?
So then, good night, everyone. Everybody had a good night.
Everyone had a good night.
Uwasa runs away. She jumps into the bed and like buries herself in all of the blankets.
Just gonna look over at Acid. What the fuck did you do?
Point to my head. And I say,
Cast message.
I thought it went really well. I didn't know why she's acting like this. Maybe she's just embarrassed, but I thought it went well.
It must have gone really well.
Yeah, I'm like, huh? Why are they just freaking quiet?
And you, Narissa, how'd it go for you?
It went well.
I feel like we're a bunch of roommates.
Son of a
Like, this is new girl.
Oh my god. Okay, we're changing the whole trajectory of this campaign. It's all romance now.
It's just a dating
Romance
sim.
sitcom.
Yeah, we're just our dating
I have enough
sim era.
characters to repurpose.
Well,
It's
all
very
right.
lavish. There was a lot that happened. So
did he try and kiss you?
No.
Did you want him to?
she just blushes, doesn't say anything.
I cast detect thoughts.
Damn. Damn. All right, what are your surface thoughts?
Surface thoughts? Why he's asking? Why is he asking this? It's so embarrassing. Ugh.
Are you probing?
Yes, so I probe. I say,
You need a whiz save.
I say, when was the
12?
last time you were physically intimate with someone?
Literally never.
What the fuck?
So then I follow up. I say, does that interest you then with Sallow?
Are you reading my thoughts? Oh my god.
Oh shit.
I can't imagine you beat his save.
Is 12 not enough?
What's your wisdom,
What's-
Airsid?
My total wisdom is 16.
So you have a +3. You're not beating that. That's a 15.
My save DC is 15.
Oof.
I think you get a lot of confusion, kind of word vomity thoughts. That I don't think even she's too sure, you know?
All right,
But
if
as
that's what's
far
on your.
as like if he had kissed her, she would have let him. Like she knows that.
Okay. All right. Cool. I'm just glad I got to use that.
The rest is mush.
Okay.
All right. So you all
Like, ugh.
turn in for the night in various levels of embarrassment. And Kane, as you go to sleep, you hear a voice. The night is young, young Kane.
Oh shit! Wait, was that
And you feel, and that crest on your neck begins to freeze, very cold.
Oh my god. Fucking, I can't remember his name.
Spike.
Spike.
Oh.
We have not spoken in a long time.
No, we haven't. How can I help you tonight?
I have news.
Of?
This is too happy.
Yeah. Doesn't look too happy.
As I am sure you're aware, Maneater Mabel is on the move. She is leaving Weisgard. I can feel it.
Do you have an inkling of an idea where she's going?
A place that does not exist.
Cool.
Perfect.
Have you heard of the Dianshui Monastery?
Have I?
You can roll history.
Have I? Good question.
$21.
21. You have heard of the Dianshui Monastery. It comes up every once in a while, but it's rumored to be a monastery that has survived the fall of old Molitushi. No one knows where it is, and it is rumored that there is some sort of vampiric power that is taught there.
I have, but is that place even real? A myth?
My charge originates from this monastery.
The Raven Queen?
No. They simply summoned an emissary of hers, yours truly, to deal with something. The man-eater.
So you want me and my friends to help you and go to the monastery and finish?
I will find myself there in due time. If you find that you are walking the same path as myself, feel free to join. This is not what I called you to talk about, though.
Oh.
Unsettling rhythms in the land, hailing from that of the southeast coast, from arid.
I knew it.
Don't tell me that.
We don't need more problems.
What are they doing?
I can only assume that Pyranist Cyrus Badon has taken it upon himself to make a new world.
Oh, he did not go Hitler.
Okay, so they don't want to go into the peace treaty meeting.
I worry the king, His throne is absent.
Fuck.
Shit.
Right.
No!
Oh god.
Oh,
No. Oh my god.
Winterfell!
Yeah, we're gonna
Okay.
get. Oh shit.
Fuck. Bastards. Okay.
Yeah, we were.
How
No.
long, if they were to move on the king's throne, how long?
Herod finds itself a mere rides away from Burnwell.
What does that mean? Like less than a day?
It's 10 days.
A ride is 10 days.
Oh, okay.
The fact that I can feel their movements means they
they've
are
already
getting
gone.
closer.
Okay. Well, I will inform the king. Cain, I only tell you because I know where your heart lies. It is a good one. So, follow that rhythm. It will lead you to truth. A truth beyond your wildest dreams. Okay, Spike. Well, when I have an update for you, I will let you know. And in the meantime, I suppose gather what forces you can that are willing to stand with you in the aid of Burnwell until aid can arrive.
Then may Our Lady in Black save you from a long rest. And that's where we'll end today's session. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. We got pretty goofy and fun today. So, let's keep building it up before things just get horrible.
Oh, I was like, let me have this. It's so bad.
Oh man. Well, you guys all have a wonderful night. Go ahead, enjoy your weekend. We're not playing next week, so we will see you all again on the 10th, maybe with a little something special. So enjoy yourselves.